Yeah, we're at outside the Rovers game with a lot of activists from People Before Profit and other Palestinian solidarity activists. We're giving out leaflets. Great response from people, encouraging people to get active in opposing the genocide that is being committed by Israel on the Palestinian people and the people of Gaza at the moment. I'm sure people are aware of just the horrifying statistics every day. You know, every 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, a child is being killed in Gaza. Over 9,000 people have been killed now, heading towards 4,000 children. And really the people of Gaza are being attacked from three different fronts right now. One is the bombardment. I mean, more bombs have been dropped on Gaza in the space of just over 3 weeks than were dropped in a year on Afghanistan. Then they're being consciously starved by the Israeli regime. No water, no electricity, no fuel, no food. And then on top of that now you have a ground invasion taking place, Israeli forces on the ground. And all of this has been given the green light by Joe Biden, by European Commission President von der Leyen, and by other leaders of the West, exposing their talk of democracy and human rights as just hypocritical talk. They say it when it suits them, but if Israel serves their purposes, they're happy to support Israel and give a green light to horrific war crimes, barbarism being committed on the Palestinian people. The latest today, people have probably seen outside a hospital, in the front of a hospital, Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza, Israel targeted a convoy of ambulances coming to bring people to another hospital, and they targeted and bombed the ambulances right at the front door of the hospital. Consciously disgusting stuff, you know. So what we have to do around the world is to raise our voices, to try and apply pressure on our own governments to speak up against what is being done, to call for an end to the bombing, an end to the ground invasion, an end to the occupation of Palestine. There's a number of things coming up. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, starting at Parnell Square, there's a protest organised by the Irish Neutrality League about Gaza and about Ukraine and about defending neutrality. It's important as many people as possible are there. Next Thursday we're going to have a local protest in Tallaght at the Little headquarters, which is in Tallaght village, at 5:30. We're encouraging as many people as possible to come, but also I think there will be local protests happening all around the country. And then following Saturday, the 11th of November, it is shaping up to be a global day of protest right around the world. Millions of people on the streets to demand an end to the slaughter, an end to the genocide. And the details in terms of Ireland are still being worked out, but hopefully that will be tied down in the next day or so. We really need to put, you know, tens and tens of thousands of people on the streets in Ireland demanding that it's not good enough for the Irish government to have a few words of criticism for Israel. We need to have action. We need to have sanctions. We need to kick out the Israeli ambassador, which will have a big impact all around the world if the Irish government was to do that. It's really welcome that Sinn Féin has changed their position today, thanks to, you know, pressure from grassroots Sinn Féin members. I mean, we put out an open letter, but it's really good that Sinn Féin has now said we're calling for the expulsion of the Israeli ambassador. So now we have to try and leverage that into pressure on the government to say we should need to expel the Israeli ambassador, to say that Netanyahu and the Israeli war cabinet should be brought to the International Criminal Court for crimes against humanity, for war crimes that are being currently being committed. So do everything you can to help. The leaflet we're handing out today explains how people can participate in the BDS campaign, how to boycott Israeli goods. Come to the protest tomorrow, 2 o'clock at Parnell Square if you can, or there's many protests happening around the country. If you go on the IPSC, the Ireland Palestine Solidarity Campaign, you can check out details for a local protest happening near you, and then hopefully next Saturday a major national protest. So spread the word if you can, wherever you are in the world. The only thing that we can do is to raise our voices, to participate in boycotts, and to try and pressurise our own governments to speak out about what is happening and to call for an end to the bombing, and, you know, for us to build a movement for the liberation of Palestinian people, an end to oppression. Thanks a lot.